Hey, are you wondering, hey, I know there's a lot of AI stuff going on. How can I use AI to start my business? I'm going to tell you 7 specific steps on how to do it. And stay in for the end, and I'll give you a kicker, a $500 deal on me.
As entrepreneurs and business owners, we know that if we have a clear plan, anything becomes possible. And if you can have a clear plan, a clear process to create that plan, and a way to create clarity with your partner or spouse, you can drive to amazing heights.
All right, so I started my first of 16 companies, built them, bought them, sold them, and wrecked them. And I can tell you that the environment that we're rolling into now, it's never been more dynamic, and the possibilities have never been bigger. I'm standing here in New York City in the middle of the night, a little jet lag from a trip overseas working with clients. But I was investing the time wandering around, and I realized that the tools that are out there, the tools are commoditized, they're available for just about anybody. So if you're thinking, how can I use AI to go out and build my own business? Well, the first thing, and I start with this in every time, and this is in the book, The Aspiring Solopreneur, and in our courses at aspiringsolopreneur.com. But you have to figure out what it is you love. Start number 1 with what is it you love, and then once we start to move from there, easy enough, the next step is start figuring out what are those things that you're good at. Now, I'm not saying what AI is good at or how to use those other tools. Don't worry about that right now. Start with what you love and where you're good at. Usually when you do this, and I've worked with billionaires, this is the kind of thing that when people can find that, they do so much better. They're so much stronger. So we start with those first 2 steps. Then jump all the way to the end. Think about that space, whatever it is space you're in that you think you're working on. What is it the areas that you're doing? And start figuring out what are the biggest problems in that space. Now bear with me on this. This is a bigger step for a lot of people. It's looking further out and down those time horizons and saying, well, where is it I want? If I could solve any of those problems, what would those problems be? Start to outline that and say, okay, I know I love these areas. I have skills in those areas. Now, how can I start reaching out to other people? Or not reach out, but what are those problems that they want to solve? And then, that's where we go to number 4. I've got my notes here. Go through and start using the AI tools that are out there. There's a lot of affordable, if not free, AI tools. But you can start approaching this like, how do I want to do this? Or I hate doing this, or this is a problem, I like that. What are those problems? But then, rather than solving it yourself, start using AI as the tool that it is intended to be. And say, hey, AI, how would I solve this problem? What are the tools within this? Where are the abilities? What are the adaptations? How can I utilize those things from that perspective? Once you start to do that, then you can create a plan. It's not that hard. And we talk a lot about that in the book, The Aspiring Solopreneur. And we go through how to build your specific team of advisors. You can do it with very, very seamlessly. And then once you have the plan, you build a strategic board of advisors. You do it for free. And the question then starts to dig in. Keep testing, researching and testing until you know that it's a no-brainer. And we have specific questions in there that say, hey, what does it take to make this a total no-brainer? Why would I be an idiot not to do this? That's when you know it's the right time to start a business. And then lastly, how can you execute with ruthless but compassionate accountability? You figure that out, you start to do that well, you've got a really well-executed plan, you'll be off to the races. Now, the biggest challenge with AI is people are looking at AI as a solution. I'm going to encourage you to really reframe that and think of AI as a tool, and you're the one who's orchestrating it. I just did some work with a university in the UK, and we came to the conclusion that it may be the English majors and the artists in the future that have the greatest value, because AI is going to be able to do a lot of the other things. We still need people to come up with what are questions. So find what you love, find what you're great at, figure out what are the solutions that you're trying to solve, and then recruit AI to help you with it. So ideally you found some value with this, and I tell you what, if you're one of the first 5 people on this that reach out to my personal email, the letter K at entadv.com. If you reach out, I'll give you access to our course for free on me, just asking for a testimonial. But hopefully you found some value with this, and don't stop dreaming. I know we're in some really cool, exciting times. I think it's going to be more disruptive and more exciting. We've got to look at things differently. Keep smiling.